Hi, George from PFF, as we try to look at last year's rookies and figure out how they will do in 2020. You have Drew Lock as number 5 on your list for this season. Why?
Well, sample size matters. It's a fact. And he only played 5 games. You mentioned the passer rating. People are talking about that touchdown interception ratio. It's 2020. We can't be using touchdown interception ratio on a 5 game sample projecting things going forward. So there's certainly some big time throws that he's made, but he's also struggled in areas. Just a 72 passer rating on throws, 10 plus yards downfield. Reason for optimism, but also a good chance that the Broncos are still looking for their quarterback of the future after this season, even with that great environment, great supporting cast they've put around him. So at number 4, I've got Gene Short Jesus, Gardner Minshow, who honestly could have been 2 or 3 here looking at 2020 because of how good he's played, his highest graded rookie quarterback last year. But that environment in Jacksonville is a little tenuous. Maybe they're looking ahead to the next quarterback there. When he threw the ball down the field, he had 129 passer rating, was the best of any quarterback last year. I mentioned the highest graded rookie. There's reason to believe Gardner Minshew can be a quarterback in the NFL, whether it be with the Jaguars or someone else, for a decent amount of time going forward.
I think we all miss sports. I think we all miss jorts as well from Gardner Minshew. So he's number 4. Number 3, Daniel Jones. Here's where the debate goes, George. Number 3.
Yeah, and this one is close, right? I mean, Daniel Jones had some highlight plays. We remember that Buccaneers game where he had plays under pressure that made people go, wow, this guy's going to be special. But he also had throws that you go, I want that one back. Had 8 passes that should have been intercepted, dropped by defenders. That's the most in the NFL from week 4 onward. So there's a little bit of both sides of this. He needs to get the ball out more quickly, avoid pressure, avoid taking hits, taking sacks, throwing contested balls up for grabs. But if he can do that, and those are things you can do, he's done a good job of putting the ball in a place where his receivers can catch it. So optimism, but pump the brakes a little bit there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think people now are doing the math in their heads and they're figuring this out. You have Daniel Jones ranked, and we should note you are broadcasting live today from our nation's capital. You have Daniel Jones ranked behind Dwayne Haskins.
Yeah, I'm here. Look, they still don't have a team name yet. I can't report anything there, but they do have a quarterback. And Dwayne Haskins started out his NFL career in a terrible situation. It was not pretty in Washington, yet still earned a higher PFF grade than Daniel Jones over the course of the season. And particularly in that second half, after the bye week, he got his feet underneath him. Was actually the 10th highest graded quarterback from week 11 onward. Really found his footing with Terry McLaurin, too. Had 117 pass rating when throwing the ball at Scary Terry. He's got a chance just this year with Terry McLaurin, I think, to really put himself in the top half of the league potentially as a quarterback. And that's how he squeaks by Daniel Jones here.
All right, which leaves Kyler Murray for number 1, which isn't a surprise. He was taken number 1 last year. We saw what he could do on the field. Why is PFF, George, though, bullish on Kyler Murray in year 2?
Well, he was one with a bullet going into the draft. And so you have to remember some of the things that he did at Oklahoma. It was incredible. And he did a lot of those things in Arizona. They were the worst offense on a per-play basis last year. They were 13th with Kyler Murray. So he has done things that can elevate the offense. He was top 10 graded on 5 different weeks last year, as the most of any rookie. Now he's got DeAndre Hopkins. So the sky's the limit. He could be a top 10 quarterback this year.